Hi everyone, at least everyone in the future that's watching this, since no one's logged onto the live stream yet. What's up? Yeah, I'm back with a new background. We're gonna have lots of new backgrounds coming up. Well, maybe not a lot, but I'm trying to switch it up a little bit with new tapestries. So this one will be here for a little while. I have another one that I already got. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, I'm back. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bobbie, and it is Tuesday, so we're doing some yoga for cyclists. This is an all levels Vinyasa Flow class. I'll be giving options for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So yeah, feel free to take any options that you'd like, that your body wants you to do. You may notice that some days you might be able to get into poses and some days you might not. Everyone has their good and bad days or their off and on days, and you should not get discouraged about any of that. Yeah. So today's class we're going to need some props. Grab a blanket for sure. My blanket's rolled. We're going to have it rolled up. So my blanket's rolled up right now. But yeah. If you have one of these blankets, that'd be perfect because these are perfect, but any blanket will work. Maybe try not to grab like too thick of a blanket because you don't want to have too thick of a roll, but it also kind of depends on your body. And then I have 2 blocks. You probably, if you're using a block, you'll probably only end up needing 1, but it's always good to have 2. If you don't have blocks, you can use a book or 2 books that are about the size of a yoga block. Or you can just grab a couple pillows, a bunch of pillows, and then a strap. And if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, a tie, like a rope, anything that's similar to a strap. Like even like if you have like a resistance band, that would work out too. Or you could use like a hand towel also. I was trying to think, I forgot what we're using. Yeah, hand towel will work for some of the ways that you will be using the strap. Okay, and yeah, let's get started. We're gonna get started lying on our backs in Shavasana, and actually have your strap or whatever you're using close by to you in Shavasana. And then, oh yeah, let's roll up the blanket right away. So have it about the size of mine. It's going to be kind of different for different blankets. And then you're going to want to roll it as tight as you can get it. So I first folded mine in half. Here, start. Fold it in half like hamburger style. And then I guess this, I don't know, is that hamburger? I don't know, can't remember. And then in half again the other way. And then when it's about this size, you're going to roll it up as tight as you can get it. And then just set it off to the side. Nearby your mat, but off to the side. And we'll come back to it later. And then make your way onto your backs. Just like your ending class, like Shavasana. So snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the back. Tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long. And let everything relax. Really let the body sink down into the earth. Feeling safe and held by the earth. If you haven't already, close the eyes, relax the face, and slow the breath down. Fill up the lungs completely on each inhale. And then empty them out completely on each exhale. As you inhale, feel the belly and chest rise. And then as you exhale, feel the chest and then the belly lower back down. Full, deep, even breaths. If you like to count your breaths, maybe do between 4 to 8 second breaths, making the inhales as long as the exhales, and the exhales as long as the inhales. Let go of any thoughts that come to your mind. Notice them, observe them, but don't make any attachments or judgments about them. Let them go with each exhale. Allow yourself to be present in this moment on your mat. So, Aquarius season starts tomorrow. So today's classes, or all of my classes this week, are going to be Aquarius themed. So Aquarius, the symbol for Aquarius is the water bearer, but contrary to what you may believe, the element that is associated with Aquarius is actually air. Before I knew all that I know about astrology now, I thought it was a water sign, but it's an air sign. It's associated with the planet Uranus. Before Uranus was discovered, it was associated with Saturn, but Uranus is the planet of originality. There's 3 qualities or triplicities in the zodiac: fixed, cardinal, and mutable. Aquarius is a fixed sign, and they come in the middle of every season. They are the stabilizers of the zodiac. And this is a good time to set a solid foundation to build up to goals. So maybe the goals that you set in the past season, you really set a solid foundation and start, building your way up to those goals, making those goals a reality. It's a more masculine sign. It's associated with the body parts, it's associated with our calves and ankles. So we'll be doing a lot of stretching out, but as well as strengthening of the calves and ankles. The colors it's associated with are sky blue, turquoise, and silver. Our mantra is, I know. The keywords that are associated with Aquarius are humanitarian, reformer, unconventional, communicative, original, open-minded, fair, logical, inviting, friendly, teamwork, futuristic. Aquarius season is the time to take the ideas and goals you set last season and begin to make them a reality. This season is also a good time to join a social justice movement to fight for human rights and justice for everyone. Try not to get too attached to your emotions, though, and plan and think things through logically before acting. I wanted to list a bunch of social justice charities and stuff this class in the description. I guess it's kind of an episode. But I'm going to have to look some up. I know of a few offhand, but I'm going to look some up so that a good way to really get started into social justice movement is by donating. And I try to do as much donating as I can. But yeah, I don't make that much money, but I try to donate as much money as I can to places. So sometimes I'll even donate some of the money for my classes to different organizations and stuff. So And I really think Aquarius season is a really good time to do that, especially nowadays with so much going on in the world. Like actually really getting involved in your community and social justice issues is, I think, really important. And Aquarius season is a really good time to do that because that's what Aquarians are all about: humanitarians, social justice, and yeah, fighting for equality and stuff. So if you haven't already, now is a good time to start getting involved with your community and social justice issues. All right, let's take a few more deep breaths here in our Shavasana on our backs. Maybe set an intention for your practice today. Or maybe even think of one of your goals that you set last season and think of the ways you can really start to build up towards those goals. Or think of something that you might do to get more involved with your community or more involved with social justice issues this season. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let it all out into the universe. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Let it all out. 1 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Begin to wiggle the toes and fingers. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. Reach the arms up overhead. Squeeze the legs together and really reach them out long in front of you for a morning stretch. Now from here, really pull the belly in towards the spine. Knit the ribs in. On an inhale, we're going to flex the toes up towards the sky. As you exhale, point the toes down or out in front of you. Inhale, flex the toes. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, flex the feet. Exhale, point. Release the arms down. Hug the right knee into the chest. Take a few deep breaths here. Then find your strap or whatever you may be using in place of a strap. You don't need to have a strap. I will also give you an option without any props. But if you're using a strap, a tie, or a belt, or whatever you have, bring it around the ball of the right foot and reach the right foot up towards the sky. Straight up, keeping the hips nice and square. Really flex the feet. You can always bend this left knee so the sole of the left foot is on the floor. Or to intensify the stretch, you can reach the left leg out long. Just make sure to keep the left leg engaged. If you do that, the left foot stays flexed as well, pressing the left leg into the ground. Right toes are flexed. Shoulders are on the ground. So try not to let the shoulders lift up. That's why we have the strap or belt or whatever you're using. And if you don't, you can just grab onto the back of your leg wherever it lands. So the back, the thigh, the knee, the calf, or you can even bring peace fingers around the right big toes. We'll take a few more deep breaths here. Really sending the breath into the back of that right thigh, flexing the toes a lot though, so you really get a nice stretch in that calf and ankle, our focal points today. On an exhale, you're going to bring both ends of the strap into the right hand, or just bring the whole leg into the right hand, and reach the right leg out to the right. Keep the left hip grounded though. It might want to come up off the ground. You're going to want to keep it grounded. Maybe even bring the hand to the left hip to help you do so. Keep flexing the right foot, flexing the left foot. Keep pulling the belly in towards the spine. Then on an inhale, you'll bring that right leg up through center. Bring both ends of the strap, or just bring the whole right leg into the left hand now. Keep flexing those right toes. Really reach that right hip downward, so it might want to hike up. You can bring the right thumb into the hip crease and push it down so it doesn't hike up. And then you're going to just bring it slightly over to the left side. Keep the right hip grounded though. Really, really flex through those right toes so you feel that stretch begin in the outer IT, or the outer leg, the IT band. Couple more deep breaths here. Then from here, reach the right arm out like a T, right arm right straight out from the shoulder. Take an inhale. As you exhale, gently let that right leg fall all the way over to the left side. And move over a little bit. But keep that right shoulder grounded, so the right foot may not come all the way down to the ground, and that's totally fine. Or you can also bring some props underneath the right leg. Breathe into the belly. Keep flexing those right toes, flexing the left toes. Gaze can either be straight up at the sky or over the right shoulder, if that feels okay on your neck. Inhale, bring that right leg up through center, and then lengthen it down out in front of you to meet the left. Just take a moment to notice the difference between the two legs. And then hug the left knee in towards the chest. Take a few deep breaths here, really squeezing that left knee in. Feel the belly press up into the thigh as you inhale. And then feel them both lower down as you exhale. Then find your strap if you're using it. Bring it around the ball of the left foot and reach the left foot up towards the sky. You can bend the right knee if you'd like, or keep it lengthened. If you have the right leg straight, keep that right leg engaged. Press the right leg down into the earth. Flex the right toes. Flex the left toes as well. Keep the shoulders grounded. If you're not using a strap, remember you can bring the hands to the back of the leg, anywhere on the leg or the foot. Take a few more deep breaths here. Pull the belly in. Relax any unnecessary tension from the face. Maybe you even feel that leg coming closer to you the longer you hold the pose. Then bring both ends of the strap or just your leg into the left hand. Keep the right hip grounded. Reach the left leg out to the left. Keep flexing the right toes and the left toes. Maybe bring the right hand to the right hip So you know that hip is on the ground. On an inhale, bring that left leg up through center. Bring both ends of the strap into the right hand, or bring the left leg into the right hand. Pull that left hip down, so maybe bring your left thumb into the left hip crease. Roll that hip down. Flex the left toes, flex the right toes, and then gently, just very slightly bring the left foot over towards the right side. Keep that left hip grounded. Really keep flexing those toes. You should feel a stretch in the outer left leg, the IT band. And then reach the left arm out to a T or cactus shape. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let that left leg drop all the way over to the right side, keeping the left shoulder grounded. Keep the right leg engaged as well as the left. Gaze can either be straight up at the sky or over the left shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Send the breath into the belly as best you can. Inhale to bring that left leg up through center. Release your props and reach the left leg down to meet the right. Then from here, hug both knees into the chest and begin to rock up and down the spine. A few times, eventually making your way through hands and knees to sit on your heels. And then we'll find our rolled up blanket. If you didn't roll up your blanket at the beginning of class, go ahead and do so now. Try and roll it up as tight as you can get it. You may want to block nearby as well. If sitting up on your heels is uncomfortable for you, you can bring a block between the feet or a couple pillows or your book on any height that you'd like. And then the blanket, this next stretch can be pretty intense. Make sure it's not painful or unbearable. Always listen to your body. You can always take a step back if you need to. So we're going to take this blanket and bring it as far up into the knee crease as you can get it. And then you're going to sit down on that blanket. And the block can come in handy and can take some of the intensity out of this. Because it can be pretty intense on the calves, especially if you are a cyclist, which most people that take this class are. So yeah, just bring that block underneath the sit bones. If you don't have a block, you can use a couple pillows or books. All right, now breathe here. Relax any unnecessary tension out of the face. And to take our mind a little bit off of the intensity of the calf stretch, we'll take a shoulder stretch. So reach the arms out in front of you. Cross right elbow over the left. Either give yourself a big hug or bring the backs of the hands to touch, or wrap once more so that the palms touch. Lift the elbows up as high as the shoulders. At the same time, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Maybe begin to press the pinkies forward. Pull the belly in towards the spine. On an inhale, unwrap the arms, reach them out wide. Bring both arms back out in front of you. This time cross left arm over right at the elbow creases. Either give yourself a big hug, bring the backs of the hands to touch, or wrap once more so that the palms touch. Elbows lift as high as the shoulders. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Press the pinkies forward. Keep pulling the belly in towards the spine. Maybe this calf stretch begins to get a little less intense as the calves open up. And then inhale, reach the arms wide, and then down by the sides. Bring the hands out in front of you, come up off of your rolled up blanket, and then you can set it off to the side. The next stretch, you can use the block if you'd like as well, is also going to be pretty intense in mostly the feet and a little bit the ankles. You're going to tuck the toes underneath and then sit back on the heels with the toes tucked under. So make sure you get those pinky toes as well. You can use your hands to help you get them out from underneath you. Have your strap nearby if you're using it, or a hand towel or belt or whatever you're using. There's a way you can do it without any props too. I will show you that. So to get our mind off the intensity of the toe and ankle stretch, we are going to reach the arms. No, we're not. That's what I did in the last one. Bring the right arm over the head, or bend the elbow up overhead. Reach that right hand as far down the back as you can get it. Then bring the left hand to grab on, just to help it a little bit. And then from here, you can stay right here or reach the left arm out to the left. I'm going to turn around so you can see. Out to the left with the thumb facing down. Then bend the elbow. Either reach for your strap. You can have your strap in between your hands, or hand towel, or belt, or tie. And if you don't have any of those, you can grab the back of your shirt. Then from here, press the back of the head into that right arm. Knit the ribs in. So this left hand is going to make you want to press your ribs out. Really try and bring them in. Take a couple more deep breaths. Release the arms, and then we'll switch sides. We're almost there. Left arm reaches overhead. Grab the left elbow with the right hand. Then stay there, or reach the right arm out to the right, thumb facing down. Bend the right elbow, either clasping onto your props, your shirt, or your fingertips. Pull the ribs in. Press the back of the head into that left arm. Breathe. Try and relax any unnecessary tension out of the face. And then carefully release the arms and bring the arms out in front of you to bring your hips off of the heels, untuck the toes, and then just pat the tops of the feet on the earth. That was intense. But it's really good for your feet, that stretch, especially if you are if you're on your feet all day, if you're standing up for work or whatever, or even if you're wearing heels. It's really good for everyone. It's just really intense. All right, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. I used to hate that pose, and now I don't mind it as much. Come forward to your hands and knees if you're not there already. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And inhale, lift the heart, lift the hips, belly sinks. Exhale, round the spine, pull the belly. Inhale, lift, cow pose. Exhale, round into cat. A couple more times, moving with your own breath. Use your breath to guide your movements. On your next inhale, come to a neutral tabletop position, nice flat spine. And then from here, reach the right toes back behind you, press into the ball of the foot and reach through the heel. Keep pulling the belly in, press into the hands. A nice calf stretch. Really press that heel back. And then on your next inhale, lift that right leg up and cross it over to the left side. Keep pressing through that heel so you get that calf stretch. Breathe into the right side body. Pull the belly button in. Look back towards that right heel. Now from here, you can bring your gaze forward or down in front of you. Reach the left arm up towards the sky on an inhale. As you exhale, thread that left arm underneath the right, coming onto the left shoulder and left side of the face. The right hand can stay right here, reach out long in front of you, or wrap behind the low back. Kind of weird. I think I made this up. I've never seen anyone do it in class, but I was like, I don't know, this seems fun. I did it in one class before, in one of mine. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Exhale, bring it back in front of the face if it's not already. Press into the right palm and inhale the left arm back up towards the sky. Exhale, lower. Bring that right knee back underneath the right hip. Also, you can use your blanket now that you don't need it rolled up anymore. So if you'd like to use it to pad your knees, go right ahead. Inhale, left leg reaches back behind you. Really reach through that left heel, reach through the crown of the head. Press into that ball of the foot so you really feel that nice calf stretch. Keep pulling the belly in towards the spine and press into the palms. Inhale, lift the left leg up, cross it over to the right side. Look back towards that left heel. Breathe into the left side body. Press through that left heel. Then bring the gaze out in front of you. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread it underneath onto the right shoulder, right side of the face. Left hand can stay here in front of the face. Reach out long in front of you or wrap behind the low back. Keep pressing through that left heel. Bring the left hand back in front of the face if it's not already. Press into the left palm. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower. Bring that left knee back underneath the left hip. Walk the hands about a handprint in front of where they were. Tuck the toes underneath. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet a little bit. Sway the hips. Walk your dog. Warming it up. And then find stillness. Really press into the palms. Lift those hips up nice and high. If you feel like your spine is rounding forward, just bring a bend into the knees so you find a nice long spine, the goal in this pose. If you have your legs straight, really press the heels down so you feel that calf stretch. Bring the gaze towards the belly or towards the thighs and pull the belly in. Now from here, inhale, we're going to lift up onto the toes. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift up high onto the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. On an inhale, wave the body forward. Bring the shoulders over the wrists, plank pose. You can always lower down to the knees. Reach back through the heels and forward through the crown of the head. Pull the belly in, press into the palms, lengthen the tailbone back. Try not to let the hips sink down too low or lift up too high. Nice flat spine. Take an inhale. Bring shoulders further forward. As you exhale, lower down all the way to the belly. Squeeze the elbows in towards the sides. Inhale. Bring the forearms out in front of you. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Press into the forearms. Press into the tops of the feet. Roll the shoulders down the back. Reach the heart through. Sphinx pose. Stay here or bend the right knee. Reach back for the right foot with the right hand. Try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat as best you can. A nice quad stretch. Whew, my quads are tight today. Carefully release the right foot if you grabbed it, and switch sides if you took that on the first side. Bend the left knee, reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Square the shoulders off to the top of the mat as best you can. Breathe into that left thigh. Carefully release that back foot. Lower the forehead down to the earth. Bring the hands by the low ribs. Either move through your child's pose to down dog or tuck the toes underneath. Squeeze the elbows in. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Inhale, press that plank. Exhale, hips lift. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk the feet to the top of the mat. Feet land underneath the hips, let the body hang over the legs. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. Maybe sway a little bit from side to side. Try to bring more weight toe side rather than heel side. Really relax the head and neck completely so the crown of the head reaches down towards the earth. You can even shake your head yes and no to make sure you're relaxing the head and neck. You can have as much of a bend in the knees as you need, especially if you'd like more of a lower back stretch. The bend in the knees is good for that. Then if you clasp opposite elbows, release the arms down. From here, everyone, bring peace fingers around each big toe. Inhale, find length. You can have as much of a bend in the knees as you'd like. Find a nice long spine. As you exhale, fold over the legs. Bring both elbows out to the sides. At the same time, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Try to bring more weight into the toes rather than the heels. Inhale, lift up halfway, release the toes. And then exhale, place the hands as far underneath the feet as you can get them. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, bend into the elbows and fold. Crown of the head reaches down towards the earth. Head and neck are relaxed. Shoulders roll away from the ears. Try to bring more weight in the toes rather than the heels. You can have as much of a bend in the knees as you'd like. Maybe even wiggle the toes to massage out the wrists. Carefully lift up halfway, release the hands. Exhale, fold back down. Everyone bring a deep bend into the knees and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Making your way to stand, shoulder blades roll down the back, palms spin open, the head lifts up last. Tadasana, mountain pose. You can keep the feet hips width distance or heel toe them together. Inhale, everyone reach the arms up overhead. Take an exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to lift up onto the toes. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Keep the belly squeezing in. Let's hold it for a few breaths here. Exhale, lower. Hug the right knee into the chest. Really squeeze it in. Flex the right toes. You can stay here, or maybe you do those toe lifts once again. Try to find something in front of you to focus on that's not moving. Your drishti, that'll help you balance. Inhale, lift the left toe, heel up. Woo. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This is harder than I thought. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now from here, cross right ankle over left thigh. Begin to bend into that left knee. Reach the hips back. Flex those right toes to make sure you do that. That's very important to protect the knee and ankle joints. Try to keep a nice long spine. Heart reaches forward and hips reach back. You should feel a nice stretch in that right outer hip, outer glute. Inhale, rise up, bringing that right leg with you. Then bring that right foot either to the inside of the calf, or you can have the right toes on the ground, right knee points out. Either bring the right foot to the calf or up to the inside of the thigh, but avoid the knee joint. Hands can come to heart center. And then once you find your balance, maybe you reach the arms up overhead. You can stay here. Maybe challenge your balance even more. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try. By lifting that left heel up, coming up onto the left toes. Woo. Exhale, lower down if you lift it up. It's okay if you lose your balance. Bring hands back to heart center if you lifted them. And then reach that right foot way back behind you. Lower the back knee. Hands frame the front foot. Low lunge. You can pad that back knee if you'd like. Make sure the left knee is right above the left ankle. If your knee's coming forward, you can bring the left hand to the back of that left ankle or calf and help yourself take a longer stance. Inhale, lift the heart, and then reach the arms up overhead. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Lengthen the tailbone down. Engage that low abdomen. Anjaneyasana. Actually, I forgot. Let's tuck the back toes underneath. So we get a little more of a calf and ankle stretch. And actually, I think it makes it more intense, at least in my body, in the hip flexors, the stretch. Then, from here, take an inhale. On your next exhale, we're going to shift the hips back, fold over the left leg. You can always have hands on blocks. Try to keep a nice long spine, heart reaching forward, belly pulling in, left hip pulls back, right hip forward so the hips are square. Really flex those left toes up towards the sky as much as you can so you really stretch that calf and ankle. On an inhale, bend through the front knee, lift the heart, plant the right hand down, inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Stay here, or if you'd like to come into a quad stretch, reach back for the right foot with the left hand, and if you have a strap, you can use your strap here as well. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, spin the heart open. Carefully release the back foot. Bring both hands to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Ground through the back heel. Walk both hands to the right side of the mat and spin the left toes forward so both feet are parallel. Inhale, lift up halfway. Find a nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Reach the crown of the head down towards the earth. If your head easily reaches the ground, you can take a narrower stance. On inhale, lift up halfway. Turn the heels in, toes out. Bend into the knees. Lift the heart up. Cactus arms. Goddess pose. Lengthen the tailbone down. Pull the belly in. Press the knees out. Now from here, let's lift the right leg up on an inhale. Exhale, lower. Right heel. Inhale, left heel. Exhale, lower. Right. Left. Right. Left. One more on each side. Inhale, right. Inhale, left. On your next inhale, arms reach up. Straighten the legs, star pose. Spin everything forward to face the top of your mat, towards the left leg. Bend into the front knee, hands frame the front foot. Step the right toes back, left toes back, downward facing dog. You can stay in your down dog or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Oh, wow. Okay, from here, hug the left knee into the chest. Flex the left toes, really squeeze that left leg in. Stay here, maybe begin to lift the right heel up on an inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Woo. Or not. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Cross left ankle over right thigh. Bend into the right knee. Hands come to heart center. Heart reaches forward. Hips reach back. Flex those left toes to protect your knee and ankle joints. On the inhale, lift up, bring that left leg with you, and then place the left foot either the inside of the calf, inside of the thigh, or toes on the earth with that left knee pressing out. But avoid the knee joint. Press the foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot. Hands can stay at heart center or reach up towards the sky. Find your drishti. Stay here. Or maybe lift the right heel up. My balance is off today. That's okay. All right, exhale, lower that right heel down if you lifted it. Then step that left foot way back behind you. Bring the hands to frame the front foot. Lower the back knee. Low lunge. Make sure right knee is over right ankle. Tuck the back toes underneath. Pad your left knee if you'd like. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Anjaneyasana. Inner thighs squeeze towards one another. Tailbone lengthens down. Heart lifts. On your exhale, reach the hips back. Fold over the right leg. Flex the right toes up towards the sky. On inhale, bend through the front knee, lift the heart, plant the left hand, inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Stay right here, or bend the back knee, reach back for the left foot with the right hand. Or for your strap. Carefully release the back foot. If you grabbed it, bring both hands to frame the front foot. Lift the back knee, spin the back heel down. Spin the right toes to the left side and walk the hands also to the left side of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Turn the heels in, toes out, bend into the knees. Inhale, lift the arms up, goddess pose. Lengthen the tailbone down, pull the belly in, press the knees out. And then from here, we're gonna, on an inhale, lift both heels up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach the arms up. Straighten the legs. Spin towards the right leg, the front of the mat. Bend into the front knee. Hands frame the front foot. Then step the right foot back. downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, bend into the knees. Reach the hips back towards the heels. Big toes are touching. Knees can either be wide or together. Forehead reaches down towards the earth. Breathe into the belly. On an inhale, walk the hands in towards the knees. Bring the knees together if you had them wide. You can pad the knees if you'd like. From here, we're going to tuck the toes under. Don't worry, we're not going to be sitting up on the heels for long. We're going to inhale, reach the left arm up, right arm back. Exhale, lower the hips, and inhale, switch. Left arm back towards the left heel, right arm up. Exhale, switch. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, right arm up. Press the hips up and forward. Exhale, lower. Keeping the knees, hips width distance. From here, we're going to come up onto the knees. Toes can stay tucked under, or you can come onto the tops of the feet. That'll be more intense though. Bring the hands to the low back. Press the hips forward. Fingertips point upward. Squeeze the elbows towards one another. Stay here, or maybe begin to bring the head back. Stay here, or maybe reach back for the heels with the hands. Press the hips forward. Belly pulls in towards the spine. Ustrasana, camel pose. When you're ready to come out, we'll reverse our way out of it. So hands come to the low back. Tuck the chin, lift up. Sit back on the heels, untuck them. Just take a moment here, really pulling the belly in towards the spine to release the low back. And then move the hips off to one side so you can lengthen the legs out in front of you. As you bend the right foot in, sitting up nice and tall, flex through the left toes. You can sit up on a blanket or a block or pillow if you'd like. Bring the right hand back behind you. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, twist to your right, either wrapping the left arm around the right leg or hooking the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Gaze is either straight out to the right or back behind you over the right shoulder. Breathe into the belly. As you exhale, carefully unwind. Let's take a little counter twist to the left. Then inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, begin to fold over that left leg. You can use a strap or, where did my strap go? Or towel here or whatever you're using for a strap if you'd like. Inhale, lift up. And then we'll switch sides. So reach the right leg forward, bend the left knee in. So your left foot is a little bit further away from your right leg, about a hand width, or make sure your hips are about hips width distance apart. Right toes flex up towards the sky. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left, either wrapping the right arm around the left leg or hooking the right elbow to the outside of that left thigh. Gaze either straight out to the left or back behind you over the left shoulder. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, unwind. Take a little counter twist to the right. Inhale, center yourself, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Keep the right toes flexed. Maybe bring your strap around your foot. Inhale, lift up. Reach both legs out in front of you. Actually, bring both soles of the feet onto the earth. Hands come behind the thighs. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Pull the belly in. Stay here. Or maybe bring the shins parallel to the earth. Squeeze the legs together. Pull the belly in. Heart lifts. Stay here or reach the arms out in front of you. Stay here or straighten the legs. Keep pulling the belly in. Heart stays lifted. Whew. It's okay if you're shaking. I'm definitely shaking. Squeeze the legs together. On an inhale, we're going to lower to hover. Keep pulling the belly in. Shoulders are lifted up off the earth and the feet. Chin lifted up off the chest. Then from here, bring the legs to about a 90-degree bend. Keep the shoulders hovering. Hands come to the back of the head, elbows wide. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring left elbow towards the right knee. Left leg lengthens. Inhale through center. Exhale, right elbow towards left knee. Right leg lengthens. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Keep breathing. Keep the chin lifted off the chest. Pull the belly in towards the spine. You got this. Only a few more. Maybe begin to speed it up a little bit. Almost there. And then the next time your right elbow comes to the left knee, let everything lower down towards the earth. Then from here, let's take a little back bend to stretch out our bellies after this. So we're going to bring the hands underneath the butt or the thighs. Probably not underneath the thighs, unless you have really long arms. So squeeze the elbows in towards one another as best you can. On an inhale, we're going to bend into the elbows, lift the heart up, reaching the crown of the head down towards the earth. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Fish pose. Exhale, lower everything down. Remove the hands out from underneath you. Bring the arms out to a T or cactus shape if you don't have the space. Bring a 90-degree bend to the legs. Take an inhale. As you exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the left. Right shoulder stays grounded. Maybe bring the left hand to the right outer thigh. Maybe bring the gaze over the right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Inhale the legs up through center. Exhale them over to the right. Left shoulder stays grounded. Right hand can come to the left outer thigh. Maybe the left gaze comes over the left shoulder. Inhale the legs up through center. Bring about a 90-degree bend in the legs. Knees open wide. Hands can either come to the backs of the thighs, outer calves, outer ankles, or outer feet. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the earth. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe straighten one leg at a time. Or maybe straighten both. But keep lengthening the tailbone down. Flex through the feet. And then give yourself one last big hug. Squeeze the knees in towards the forehead into a tiny little ball. Take an inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Reach the legs out long in front of you. Arms down by the sides for your Shavasana. Shoulder blades tuck underneath the back. Chin tucks slightly so the back of the neck is long. Close the eyes. Relax the face. Let go of your thoughts. Notice, observe them, but don't make any attachments or judgments about them. Begin to let the breath return to its natural state, letting go of any breath control. Relax every single muscle in the body, starting from the feet, moving through the ankles and calves, thighs, the hips, the belly, the spine, the heart, the neck, the arms, the entire head and face. Shavasana. If you'd like to stay in your Shavasana longer, please do. But if you're ready to come out, start by deepening the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and wrists. Rock the head from side to side. And reach the arms up overhead, the legs out long in front of you for a morning stretch. Hug the knees into the chest and carefully roll over onto one side. Rest there for a moment. And whenever you're ready, trying to keep the eyes closed or a soft gaze, carefully make your way up into a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. Once you arrive, reclose the eyes if you opened them. Sit up nice and tall, taller than you have all day. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, palms touch at the top. Exhale through the mouth, hands to heart center. Bow the chin towards the heart. And take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to practice yoga. And I thank you for joining me, for sharing your space with me, your breath with me, virtually. And I hope you can take the benefits from tonight's class with you into the rest of your night, the rest of your week, and onto your bike. I'm going to end with a quote from one of my favorite Aquarians, Oprah. She was born January 29th, 1954. Doing the best at this moment puts you in the best place for the next moment. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you had a good class. I'm glad to be back, and thank you for being patient with me while I took a little break last week. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything I need to work on or anything that you want to work on in any future classes. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like my videos if you like them. Thank you again, and join me on Thursday for my Yin yoga class at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Saturday for my energizing vinyasa at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know. Oh, please donate if you can. And for the next class, I'm going to try to list some organizations that would be good to donate to if you get a chance to this season or anytime in the future. Whenever is always a good time to donate. So, thank you again and have a good night.